The purse was no longer thin. The coins no longer trembled in his hand. And yet, Akkad knew the real war hadn't even started, because it's one thing to create wealth, it's another to keep it. But the greatest mastery, the one only the few ever unlock, is to build something that outlives you. This is where most men break, not when they are poor, but when they have enough to stop. Because enough is seductive. It whispers, "You've done well, rest now." And many do. They soften, they sleep, they let their empire settle into comfort instead of expansion. But not Akkad. He understood what Rockefeller later proved with iron. Wealth without continuity is decay wearing a crown. So Akkad turned inward and asked the most dangerous question of all. How can I make sure my gold serves not just me, but those who come after me? Not for ego, not for legacy in statutes, but because he saw that Babylon refused to because he saw what Babylon refused to admit, that without wisdom, inherited gold becomes inherited destruction. He saw sons born into comfort become slaves of desire. He saw great homes crumble under poor decisions. He watched gold turn men into kings, then into fools. Because wealth without teaching is like giving a sword to a child. It cuts deeper than poverty ever could. So Akkad did what no man in his position dared. He called his son, sat him down, and instead of giving him riches, he gave him resistance. He sent him away into the desert, into the noise, into the world with one command: go earn your own gold and come back with proof that you understand the laws that built my wealth. No comfort, no shortcuts, no trust funds, only law, only labor, only lessons. Because Akkad wasn't raising a prince, he was raising a steward, a guardian, a man worthy of commanding gold without becoming a prisoner to it. What does this mean for you? It means if you're building just for yourself, you're building something that dies with your name. But if you're building with structure, clarity, and code, you're designing something that defies time. Look at Ford. He didn't just build cars. He built systems that outlived him by generations. Gates didn't just write software. He built infrastructure, pipeline of impact, decision frameworks that moved beyond one man. And you may not be building a company yet, but you're building a future. And futures that last are built on systems, laws, transferable thinking. Babylon teaches this better than any modern MBA, because Akkad didn't just give his son a chance to succeed. He gave him a map, and the first marker on that map: know how to earn. Simple but brutal in its demand, because most people today don't want to earn. They want to access, to shortcut, to feel rich without becoming it. But gold does not stay with those who pretend. It only kneels to the ones who've mastered the art of controlled creation. So his son went, and he failed over and over again. He trusted the wrong people, chased easy profits, lied to himself, And every time he fell, the gold slipped further from his grasp. But that was the test, because the second law occurred embedded into him. The one few today ever learned was this: guard thy gold from loss. Not just physically, emotionally, spiritually, strategically. He had to learn how to say no, when to wait, when to walk away from what sparkled but didn't scale. Because the world is full of glitter that has no gravity. And only those with anchored judgments can separate the real from the fake. The son eventually returned, not richer in coins, but richer in clarity. He spoke like a man no longer impressed by fast profits. He moved like someone who had seen behind the curtain of false wealth. And that's when Akkad smiled, because that's when legacy truly begins. Not when money is handed down, but when wisdom is transferred and tested. When the next generation isn't just richer, but smarter. When they know the weight of wealth, not just the wonder of it. This is how Babylon endured. Not with architect, but through mindset transference. From Akkad to son, from father to builder, from master to student. That's what you must create. You are not just saving for your next car. You are building a fortress of thoughts that your bloodline can live inside. Every habit you install, every dollar you direct with discipline, every asset you protect from decay, it all becomes part of a mental architecture that will echo beyond your years. But this is the truth. Money is not what you leave behind. The way you think about money is. And that's what makes you dangerous. Not how much you earn, but how much you understand. Because understanding multiplies. It scales, it protects, and it sets your name apart, not just on paper, but in the minds of those who come after.